Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nanda Widiani. I'm from English Department, 6th semester from STKIPST Budi Ramas Gitu. And in this video, I will review about the novel, and the title is Bumi Cinta. Bumi Cinta, Earth of Love. Book title: Bumi Cinta or Earth of Love. Author Habibur Rahman El-Siraji. Publisher Basmala. Page 50 and 46 page. Published March 2010. What is the story about the novel Bumi Cinta? This novel tells the beauty of Russia in winter, and Ayas, who had a bachelor degree in Medina, has lived in a country that was very conducive to the atmosphere of his faith. But this time he would be confronted with the reality of the country where he was conducting research was the country that upheld the most free sex and pornography. There, he lived with two beautiful Russian nuns, Liner, a Jewish Zionist who disguised himself as the journalist, and atheist Yelena worked as a prostitute. The temptation turned out not only to come from the two women in his apartment, but also from a substitute supervisor lecturer named Anastasia, a young doctor who was beautiful and smart and a devout Orthodox. The story of the prophet Joseph also seems to encompass Ayas. When tempted by Leonard to commit adultery, Ayas was angry with Leonard's impudence to invite her repentance prayer on a prayer rug. His tears never dried during his stay in Russia. It was through prayer throughout the night that he walked the power of faith and spiritualness, and Anastasia also almost plugged her into sin. When the opportunity arrived, Ayas immediately left the apartment and moved to the apartment of one of the teachers who taught at the Indonesian Embassy School. It was not only women's trials that his Ayas. Ayas was almost accused of being a terrorist who bombed the Metropole Hotel. From Ayas' complicated journey in Russia, the life stories of Leonard and Yelena were told at length. After the bombing of the Metropole Hotel, many things changed from Leonard and Yelena. Also David, a friend of Ayas' middle school, who first picked him up at Sheremetyevo Airport. Setting: Moscow, Russia, Medina, and Delhi, India. Summary: there was an Indonesian young man named Muhammad Ayas, a graduate student in Delhi, India, who was also a santri. Muhammad Ayas, who previously studied in Medina, intended to do research assignment from his supervisor, namely the life of Muslims in Russia during the reign of Stalin. He arrived in Russia and was welcomed by his old friend David. This David is looking for a residential apartment for Ayas. By reason of the limited budget owned by Ayas and the strategic location of the apartment, it turned out that David can only get an apartment that is shared with others. Worse yet, his recommends were two beautiful women, a beautiful Russian woman. A series of problems before Ayas began here, Yelena is a high-class prostitute, and Liner is a violinist who is finally known as a most secret agent. Two women are friends in the Ayas apartment. This apartment that has 3 rooms requires Ayas to always interact with both of them in the living room, kitchen, and family room. Truly, this is a terrible temptation of faith for Ayas who tries to maintain the sanctity of himself as a Muslim. The temptation for Ayas did not stop there. The supervisor, who was repaired by his lecturer in Delhi, could not provide guidance to Ayas for any reason. He gave this guidance assignment to his assistant, and it turned out that the assistant is a lovely young girl named Anastasia, a very devout Orthodox Christian. The assistant's intense interaction with Ayas caused a deeper sympathy in Anastasia's heart for Ayas. The interest is also getting stronger. On the other hand, Yelena was in conflict with the pimp and Liner, the Mossad agent, were preparing an evil plan for Ayas, namely preparing a slanderous engineering of a Bumi direct at Ayas as the culprit. Moralism: not always a bad person will be evil, even some who has become an agent of the Zionists and has killed many people. If Allah wants him to get guidance, then the process will just happen. Never weaken other, because not necessarily we can fight people who are underestimated. Thank you.